Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Now at 6:30 on WKYT, hundreds of firefighters working a massive fire in downtown Los Angeles right now. We'll have new details, new video straight ahead this morning.
Also, a mother is speaking out from jail after police say she was driving drunk with her 2 young children with her.
Also this morning, President Obama sits down with BET and talks about racism in America. Those stories and more, breaking news as it happens, coming up on WKYT This Morning. Good morning to you and welcome. It's good to have you with us. It's Monday, December 8th. We hope you had a nice weekend. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. It was one of those weekends where I got caught up with my Christmas shopping, so I was proud of myself.
All right, good deal.
Yeah.
Accomplishment.
What about you? Where are you at?
I'm way behind.
All right.
Okay, we want to check in with Micah because we have some good days ahead, it looks like, to shop and get some things done. Let's check in with him right now. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, we do have some good days. Sunday was a good day to knock out some shopping. And look, as we go throughout the day today, you can do it today, but we do have a minor bump in the road as we work our way into the overnight hours and off into tomorrow. But let's talk about it right now. Currently, we're in the 30s. We're actually getting warmer outside each and every hour before the sun rises because those winds are now coming in from the south, and that's helping us out big time. By the afternoon, mostly cloudy, 49 degrees. That's about 3 degrees above average. So it is on the cool side, but nonetheless, it's above average for this time of year here in Kentucky. Sprinkles would be possible before we actually hit that midnight hour. But that mix comes into play tomorrow morning before it transitions off into snow. I'll talk about when that will start to affect your day coming up in just a few minutes.
Now on to a breaking news alert. We've been tracking out of California. A massive fire in downtown Los Angeles has shut down part of 2 major freeways.
It is a huge fire. Here's the video, and the Los Angeles Fire Department says more than 250 firefighters are battling the fire. It can be seen, obviously, from miles away. The fire was burning at an apartment building that is under construction. No one was working at the site when the fire started, so there are lots of questions. No immediate reports of any injuries right now, but quite a scene, as you see there, the Los Angeles skyline lit up by that fire this morning.
That's amazing video right there. Well, this morning, a Central Kentucky mother is speaking out from jail.
Police in Lincoln County say she was drunk and had her 2 kids in the car with her when she crashed into a house. WKYT Sean Moody is at our live desk with reaction from the suspect. Sean, good morning. Ready to go to Sean now in our newsroom. Let's update you on that. Sean?
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. A Lincoln County Sheriff's deputy says Jessica Walls put several people in danger. He says she was driving under the influence with 3 people in the car, including her 2 children, when she crashed into a mobile home. A Lincoln County Sheriff's deputy says he was called out to a mobile home along Clark Street around 8 o'clock Friday night for a report of a car crash. He says there were 2 people inside the mobile home at the time. No one was hurt. The deputy said when he got there, he found Jessica Walls in the car. He says she told him she was the driver and he says that she had a strong odor of alcohol, was unsteady on her feet, and was irate. He arrested her. Now, Walls talked to us from the jail. She disputes the deputy's claim that he found her in the car.
I'm not saying that I was driving because I was not underneath the steering wheel. The keys were not in the ignition. The man that was with me and my 2 children, none of us were in the vehicle when the law officers got there.
Now, investigators charged Wall with DUI, resisting arrest, several counts of wanton endangerment, and failure to maintain insurance. At the live desk, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Sean, thank you. And new this morning, police have arrested a man accused in a violent home invasion. Demetrius Dixon is charged with burglary, wanton endangerment, and menacing. Lexington police say he broke into a home on Cross Keys Road and threatened someone inside with a gun. Dixon will be arraigned on the charges this afternoon.
A truck driver who police say put several officers in danger will face a judge today. Winchester police say Quincy Collier drove through a police roadblock last week. WKYT's cameras were rolling when the semi narrowly missed crashing into a police car. Police had the bypass near Lexington Road blocked while they worked an injury crash. Collier is set to be arraigned today in Clark County. A Kentucky man faces nearly a dozen charges after a high-speed chase that ended in Richmond.
State police say the chase started on I-75 and ended on Magnolia Drive in a residential area when the driver blew a tire. This is eyewitness video of police arresting the suspect. WKYT's Mark Barber is live in Richmond now to explain the charges the driver is now facing. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Bill. That long list of charges facing 31-year-old Johnny Owens includes reckless driving, wanton endangerment, and fleeing or evading police. Now, officers say that the chase started on I-75 near mile marker 86 yesterday when they clocked Owens driving 17 miles over the speed limit. We're told the 31-year-old flew to exit 87 and then sped to a neighborhood off the eastern bypass. That's where the police chase ended. Officers say Owens blew a tire on Magnolia Way, then jumped out of the car and ran. We're told he was captured behind a house in the area. His passenger, Natasha Johnson, was also arrested and charged with public intoxication. We're told a Kentucky vehicle enforcement officer was hurt during the high-speed chase. I'm told he was taken to a hospital for medical treatment and is expected to be okay. Now, as for Owens, he's set to be arraigned on those charges later today. Live in Richmond, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you. The weeks-long search for a man accused of several robberies is over. State police arrested Jonathan Weddington on robbery and kidnapping charges out of Floyd County. Police say Weddington and Tanner Spears broke into a home, tied up the couple inside, and threatened them with a gun. Spears is already in jail. Police say Weddington is also a person of interest in a string of robberies in Pike County.
Well, a man accused of robbing a southern Kentucky store has been arrested. Police in Leslie County say Stephen Williams robbed Adams Market earlier this month. The owner of the store says the cashier recognized the suspect because he was a regular customer. She said Williams stole about $800. In national news now, 6 prisoners who spent the past 12 years at Guantanamo Bay Prison in Cuba are now free. The prisoners were detained as suspected militants with ties to al-Qaeda, but were never charged. They were cleared for release in 2009. Until now, no country would take them. The 6 men are now refugees in Uruguay and South America. President Barack Obama says gains have been made, but it's going to take time and vigilance to tackle America's deeply rooted problems of racism and bias. He's urging young people to be persistent because progress usually comes in incremental steps. Mr. Obama made his remarks in an interview with Black Entertainment Television. That interview airs tonight.
Well, the British are coming. Actually, they're already here this morning. Prince William and his wife Kate are in New York City for their first official visit to the United States. Admirers lined the streets near the hotel where the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge are staying. The whirlwind trip includes a visit to the National September 11th Memorial, an NBA game, and a fundraising dinner. William will also visit with President Obama today at the White House, while Kate will be touring a child development center in New York. Well, it has been 50 years since Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer first premiered on television. The stop-motion film has aired every year since its premiere in December of 1964. Rudolph beats out both A Charlie Brown Christmas and Frosty the Snowman for the longest-running children's Christmas movie. At 50 years old, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer has certainly gone down in history. The movie will air tomorrow night at 8, and you can see it here on WKYT. A lot of folks look forward to it all year long.
I'm being one of them. Love it.
Yeah. Well, a Scott County family is making it their mission to make sure that every child who needs a coat this winter gets one.
They collected and delivered more than 100 coats to Stamping Ground Elementary School. The Brady family will invite more than a dozen kids to their home later this month to hand out more clothes and host a turkey dinner.
Going by one day at the bus stop, and it was cold. I mean, I had clothes on like I have right now. And I looked out, and there are half the children have T-shirts on, and I thought, this isn't right.
It's a good thing they are doing this Christmas. They're also helping out a family in need by giving them enough firewood to last through the winter.
All right, wonderful deeds.
Oh, it really is,
Yeah.
and there's so many around town to choose from. It's great. Let's check now to see how traffic is moving this morning.
Let's go to Officer Don with that check on live drive traffic. Good morning, Don.
Good morning. Well, we're collision free on the Circle and the interstate and really looking good right now on Man of War. We just checked things from I-75 over to Versailles Road. Inner and outer loops in great shape. Let's get a quick look outside and we'll show you what to expect as you head out the door this morning for work or school. Collision free there at Nicholasville Road inbound past Alumni. No major issues to deal with there. Lane closures later for sidewalk repairs on the inner loop of Man of War at Richmond Road, by the way, between Ruidoso and Richmond Road. Checking out our Waze map this morning, we can see the slowdowns already approaching Nicholasville and the Circle there. Expect that around Lexington Green, and around the Circle a couple of stalled cars. And then inbound South Broadway is also starting to become heavy and slow approaching downtown. Now back to in the studio.
Okay, thank you very much, Don, and we'll be checking back with you ahead of the morning rush hour. We're rolling towards 6:40 on WKYT this morning. There's more news ahead on this Monday.
Coming up, we'll hear from President Obama ahead of tonight's interview with BET about racism in the United States.
And we're looking across the region. We have one minor bump in the road. It doesn't come today, but it does come tomorrow and off into Wednesday. How will that affect your plans? Maybe even a snow day for the kiddos? I'll go over the latest forecast coming to you next.